that you guys did? Come on, the TRL ripoff. I feel like I'm Gideon Yago if that's the case, right? I mean, wouldn't I be?
Gideon Yago, MTV News.
MTV News. Yes. Yes, there we go.
We all play a role.
Yes,
on this
we
Good
do.
Morning Football show. Thanks so much, Will. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Von Miller,
Yep.
I like that you're saying he looks grizzled. I'm buying your whole philosophy of how he's just going to get to work. He doesn't care how he looks, or really what he's saying. He's not going to let this frustration happen on Thursday Night Football. David Johnson might have something to say about that. David Johnson hasn't had that one huge game. When you have guys like Isaiah Crowell, Gurley, people running all over the Cardinals, I feel like this is a breakout game for David Johnson.
Yeah, no question. And Von Miller saying that he's going to kick their bleep. He's talking to David Johnson because when you're a linebacker, the position that you're responsible for is the running back. And one of the best running backs will be opposite of him. But let me just take you to the locker room because oftentimes when you're winning games, everything's great. There's a whole bag of cliches that we throw out after a game. You know, it's a team win. We got to bounce back next week. Got to be even hungry. Blah, blah, blah. And then when you lose one or two games, there's also cliches. Hey, listen, you know, we win as a team, lose as a team. You know, we're going to bounce back. We're going to work hard this week, and we're going to do what we need to do. But then there's a point where you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you got all the right pieces, but it seems like you can't get right. And listening to Von Miller, that's where he's at. Yeah. Like it's easier for us to be removed and kind of laugh and giggle, which I have. I'm like, damn, I know where he's at. But he's sitting back and he's saying, I'm tired of us not fulfilling expectations. And I'm tired of teams just running up and down the field on us when I'm supposed to be the anchor and foundation, one of the best defenses. So I'm glad that he said that. I just hope that the team that surrounds him can echo what he's saying and then use that on the field as motivation.
Trying to think if I'm Von Miller where I'm at right now. You know, you win a Super Bowl MVP and in the last 2 seasons been completely irrelevant. And a lot of people are saying it's the quarterback play because Trevor Siemian and Paxton Lynch just didn't give him a chance to win. This season, there's a free agent quarterback named Kirk Cousins on the board that you openly did an Instagram video saying, Kirk, play with us.
You did.
And you get Case Keenum, and you throw your support around Case Keenum, and we love him, but Case Keenum seems to be throwing 7 interceptions, 4 straight losses, and it's not all on Case Keenum, and it's not all on Von Miller, but when you go from the top of the mountaintop, when you're Super Bowl MVP, you are the most indispensable player in the entire sport. You are a Super Bowl champion and the best player on the field, to now being irrelevant on a 2-4 team. What else can you say than something like what he said in that? Like, you're just frustrated. So, yeah, Von, look in the mirror. You can look in the mirror. You can do it all it is. But I'm looking at the big picture of the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs are red hot. They're on fire. The Patriots are out there in the East. They're still doing it. The Chargers look great. Where are we? What are we? Yeah. I think Von Miller speaks for a lot of Broncos fans as well.
We'll see if it's time to hit the panic button on those Broncos.
No question. And I don't want to spoil it for people at home, but here's a news alert. It's what players think all the time. They're just afraid to say it. Players, when they talk to the media and say, well, what's going on in this upcoming game? How do you feel about your opponent? You want to say, we're going to kick their bleep. We're going to win. But, you know, as soon as the players say that, oh, did you hear the neighbor else and guaranteed they're going? What do you think we're practicing for? I lift weights, I practice, I bleed, I sweat. I go through everything I went through this offseason. I sacrifice my time, my family, just so I can go out there and not want to kick the bleep out of somebody. Yeah. You want to knock the snot out of the opposing team. Especially when you're losing. It digs deep with a guy like Von Miller.
I'll tell you this, I just cannot wait for this game. I know the records aren't great, but there's obviously a lot of pride on the line. There's a sense of identity on the line as well. And we have, I mean, a rookie to look forward to in Josh Rosen. Larry Fitzgerald, we don't know how much longer. They probably could have him for about 5 more years the way he's playing. Right. And then you also have 2 of the best at their respective positions in Von Miller. Hopefully he can prove that. And Patrick Peterson on the other side. It'll be a great game.
No question. And speaking of the best at their position, here's a guy that's one of the best is Phillip Rivers and those Chargers. Don't look now, but the Chargers have won 3 straight, including a 38-14 thrashing of the Cleveland Browns this past week. And Phillip Rivers and his dynamic group of wide receivers have been the driving force for the Chargers' run. So I thought it would be a good time for me to look in depth at one of the biggest plays this past weekend. Let's take it to the True View video. And we're going to check out this post route by Tyrell Williams. And I want you to pay attention where the ball is delivered. High and away. There's 3 defenders underneath Tyrell. He goes up and snatches it. You know the jump ball goes to the wide receiver, but he got it in his hands. Check him out. Inside split, he runs that post route into the chaos. So the simple fact that Phillip Rivers was able to look at the defenders and say, all right, I'm going to give my tall, my rangy wide receiver a chance to go up and get it. My man had 3 catches, 118 yards, and 2 touchdowns versus the Browns. And check it out right again. Splitting those 2 guys. And once Phillip Rivers saw him split those 2 defenders, he doesn't care about the backside guy. You're going to get there late anyway. He knew he was going to give his guy a chance to make a play. And what I love about it, you have all these wide receivers, all these weapons. They brought in Mike Williams. They got Keenan Allen, Travis Benjamin. You got Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler. Tyrell Williams is about to get paid. My man is on a 1-year, $3 million deal, and he is making play after play after play. So shout out to Rivers, who's playing lights out on a whole different level. And that right there is your true video, Phillip Rivers to Tyrell Williams.
I think we're seeing, it's a weird thing to say, the benefit of Keenan Allen missing time that year is not last year, but the year before, is Tyrell stepping in, Tyrell
having 1,000 yards,
getting those reps and getting comfortability. And there was a thought that, like you're saying, with all those other weapons, Hunter Henry missing now, but that he'd sort of go back to, that role. He's clearly made an impression, and that chemistry is just building and building as we move forward.
This could be a scary team, man. Watch out for those Chargers. I know we all been hurt before because they won us over and they let us down.
They don't really start this hot, though.
Something seems different about this team.
They play the Titans this weekend in London. It's one of those deals where they beat the Browns. They're staying in Cleveland all week. They're taking a red-eye flight tomorrow night, right off the plane, playing the Titans. This could be a really cool stretch, and you look back on it come February, say, when did the Chargers find their groove?
Yeah.
Might be this couple of weeks right here.
What do you need to see to buy in on them? Because you've been pretty quiet here on the Chargers front there, Striggs.
Yeah, Andy Reid destroys them every time. They lose to the Chiefs every time. So until they can beat the Chiefs, I can't be all in on the Chargers. I think Reid has won every game since 2013 against them, and every time it's built up as this big Chiefs-Chargers matchup, the Chiefs end up winning. So until they can beat the Chiefs, I can't go all in on the Chargers, but I do enjoy watching them.